Thanks for watching. Our guest this week is Steve Laveaga. He's the Senior Vice President of Sales and Operations with Fidelity National Title. Please help me in welcoming Steve.
Thanks, Steve. How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, man. Good to be here.
So, a lot of our guests know you and I. They've already seen my my video of glory days of me playing hockey. So, so tell our people out there what your glory days were. I believe you played basketball, right?
That was a long time ago, as my son reminds me regularly, by the way. Yeah, I played 4 years in college, and then I was drafted by the Lakers and played 2 summer league games, and it was clear that I was not good enough, and I was released. And I took a job playing in Australia and was there 10 seasons and had a great time. I played 10 years and I've been back in America 10 years and went back to visit everybody. There's very little change.
So it was 20 years since the first time you were there?
Correct. Yeah,
and correct. Little change, wow.
I was 91.
What city were you based in?
I was in Melbourne, which is in the state of Victoria. I was there for 4 years and I was still in Victoria, a regional town called Bendigo, which is up in the country area. A little slower paced up there, and I was there for the last 6. So.
That's a neat experience, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate because we all have things like that. I had hockey, and you know, but eventually we all end up in the same league, right?
Well, I was just teasing about your picture of Mr. Gretzky and you, and I remember running around the court with guys like Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, and getting to be on the floor with them. And now it's golf is about as athletic as it gets. So yeah, that's it.
Well, now you're in title. I'm in real estate, broker, sales,
right,
and. Actually, driving over here, I was listening to the radio, 92.3 KTAR, and they were talking about our real estate market.
Right.
And they were talking about how bad it was, right? And I think it's unfortunate because I don't think the right message is getting out to the consumers. And I know you're going to agree with me here. Mm-hmm. And just last week, you held an event called the Crystal Ball. Mm-hmm. You had the major servicers there, B of A, Chase, Wells was there, you had CoreLogic. And there was a different message coming out of that Crystal Ball event, and I'd like you to share with our viewers what that message was.
Well, it was clear in Arizona we've had pending foreclosures, pending REO, and REO are all down 50 to 68%, depending on which one you track. And we now have multiple buyers for more properties. We closed 2,600 properties last month. Over 60% of those had multiple offers on them at the time they sold. So in a number of places, you're actually seeing price points starting to go up. The consumer is always 4 or 5 months behind. As you know, when things were easy but getting tougher, we knew about it before the consumer felt it, right?
Right.
Well, things are definitely on the improve now. You've got more buyers, less inventory, so it's harder to find property, which is a challenge for guys like you and me. But for sellers, they're now getting better offers. People have figured out, I can't make a lowball offer and get a home anymore. I've got to bid at or above asking price to get it. Yeah. So. And they're all talking about how next year they've doubled their staff to ramp up to do double the short sales. You are going to see some of the property liquidate through REO, but you're also going to see some of the investors come in and buy things a little more in bulk through the nonprofit groups and untraditional lines of real estate. So great time to be in real estate and great time, to buy a house, but also getting to be a better time to sell one, which has not been the case for you and I.
And I pulled up numbers yesterday. Active homes on the MLS, single-family residents in Maricopa County, active, 12,800.
It's a month and a half of inventory.
I also pulled up the pending sales. 14,000. Yeah. This is like 2006 numbers without the price increases.
Correct.
Right.
And as you know, that's great data. You're astute in that. And now takes them, our consumers, 3 to 6 months to kind of catch up. The smart ones have figured out if I want a house and it's listed at 140 and I want it, unless I'm full cash at 142, 145, I got to be higher than that if I want that home.
Right.
And so it takes everybody a little while to catch up, but right now, 2012 will be one of the best years in real estate. And we're still transactionally high, 8,900 transactions a month, approximately 9,000. I mean, you're in that number every month. So, you've got to get more property in the market. That's true. And our buyers got to get more aggressive. They want to win bids. They got to buy property.
So one of the challenges is how we get this information to the consumers, because we're fighting the media who's really putting skewed numbers out there, and I don't think they mean to. I think that what they're doing is looking at national numbers, and nationally there are still a glut of foreclosures out there, but Arizona was one of the first ones in, and I think we're going to be one of the first ones out. I think we're already seeing that. So if the media is portraying national numbers and really, for lack of a better word, scaring the consumers, how do we do a better job to show them what the real numbers are locally?
That's a great point. And truth is, we have to be the good news network. And I want to shout out to the Arizona Republic, who had a really good article. If you read Saturday's paper after Crystal Ball,
Yes, they did.
Catherine Rieger did a really good job of saying, hey, yes, there are foreclosures in these areas, but in Arizona, just as you mentioned, we've already started to make that turn and come north. And the more we can help the Arizona Republic, Channel 12, things like this, you and I are educating. The data is clear. It doesn't matter what side of the fence you sit on. The data is clear. You have more demand than we've had in a long time, less inventory. 25 zip codes had price increases in the last 3 months. It's going north. Now, when you talk what's out there and coming, well, it may be out there in California or Florida where it takes 600 days to foreclose. It's not out there here.
Right.
Right now, we've got to go have our realtor partners go out and find listings. Go get listings, because right now, it's a good time to sell a home. And you don't want to wait when people start to catch up the next 3 to 6 months, and now you're going to have more people putting homes on the market. You're going to miss your opportunity for your price point. So I'm with you that we have to do things like this and educate through data. And as you know, you're the same way. Mike Orr in the Crawford Report, the guy scrubs it by hand.
Yep.
He proofreads the agent remarks. I mean, it's as good a data as you have anywhere in the world.
And that's what I was going to bring up next, was the Crawford Report. I think it's important that consumers and the general public sees these numbers, because they're right there, they're factual. Numbers don't lie. How can we get the Crawford Report out there more?
Well, I think, you did a good job interpreting the data just now, right? Like, I love Mike, but he intends to build a space shuttle to go across the street, okay? So he's awesome, but he's also very detailed. You and I got simple supply and demand law, right? Okay, if we have 14,000 homes in pending, we have 12,500 in the MLS, and we're doing 9,000 homes a month, we have a supply challenge, right? Because we got plenty of demand. So I think we got to make sure, and then educate our buyers when they come into this market. Because they all read the national USA Today and say, oh, Mark, I need a real steal on foreclosures. There's a bunch of property coming. You're going, I'm going to show you 3 homes. If you don't bid at or above asking, we have no chance.
Getting that email almost daily.
Yeah.
I want to steal. Well, 2009 is gone.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Is the Crawford Report on Fidelity.com?
It is, fntarizona.com. So, and also we partner with you guys through this too, so you can get it from Mark or us. Go on there and log on, and we will have it sent to you every month. We have 6 different reports. We have a luxury report, so homes over $500,000.
Okay.
We have our West Valley report here, Northeast Valley, Southeast Valley, Phoenix, and then we have a distressed property report, which kind of tells us what the trend is in distressed property. And as you know now, the trend has completely moved from that REO real estate owned to pre-foreclosure activity in the distressed, right?
Right.
So those are available every month. They're updated every 30 days, and it is without question. We don't open an office. We don't engage in additional staff unless we view that report. It tells us that that data in that area is growing, or in some cases shrinking, then we make that decision. So yeah, it's very important to us and great data.
And that website again was?
FNT, F as in Frank, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, Arizona.com. You just go on there and log on. It'll right there, Crawford Reports or data. Click on that and you can log in and get the report sent to you every single month.
Now's a great time to buy. It's even a better time to sell. Best time to sell we've had in the last, I'd say, 5 years. Steve, thank you for coming on.